So, pile number 1, you guys picked emergence. Number 25, this frequency of emergence invites us to approach our reality with a childlike attitude of innocence and wonderment, and to watch and celebrate the beauty that unfolds from that place. I think what they want to tell you at this time is that it's okay to want to do something different right now. It's okay to want to explore something new. It's okay to, I feel for many of you, this could be a job, this could be a relationship, and you kind of need some sort of confirmation or some sort of catalyst to kind of get you moving, because right now it's just a thought, but it's not really an action, right? It's not really, it's an energy, but you haven't put anything into it yet, right? So I feel like with this emergence, they want you to go new places. They want to take you to new places, basically. And I feel this Peter Pan vibe with this group. I feel not in the way that Peter Pan can't, grow up, but the fact that Peter Pan is so free, right? He can fly in the sky. He's friends with a fairy, right? He plans to take down Hook. Do you know what I'm saying? It's this childlike energy, this childlike innocence of thinking that basically anything is possible, right? If I believe it, then it's possible. If I believe that I can do something, then it is possible. So that's why I feel like this pile wants to do something new. This pile wants to break the mold in some sort of way. I feel a constriction, and it could just be an inner anxiety, right? But I think that they're asking you to release that old way, that old pattern, because they want to take you somewhere new. That's why I keep getting, they want to take you somewhere new. So wherever you are, I feel like it's not even good enough for you right now. I know that might be a little hard to hear because maybe you're, truly very happy where you are. But I think this card is saying that they can take you somewhere even better. And it's more aligned to who you're. I think it has a lot to do with your inner child. Again, that Peter Pan mode where he, again, it's like he can straddle any dimension. He can do whatever he wants. You know what I'm saying? And there's this, it has a lot to do with confidence as well, right? A lot to do with confidence. Like, oh yeah, I can go do that, right? Like a child who just doesn't know anything about physics or time, right? They believe that they can do anything. So when you ask a kid, what do you want to be? They tell you a straight answer. Whereas when you ask someone who's a little older, they shy away from certain answers because they might think that's ridiculous. But that's what I'm getting with this pile. It's like you're meant to be dreaming much bigger than you're dreaming right now. And where you feel like you need to, if you feel like right now you don't have enough, it's not that you don't have enough, it's like you're meant for more in this life. You're meant for more. And I don't think you have even reached the capacity to see. It's like you need glasses right now because you can't see what they see, but they want to lead you there. That's what I keep getting. Let's see what else you guys got. You guys, Gemini, I think. Yeah. I think overthinking might be a problem here for this pile. Overthinking and not really, again, being in a childlike energy. I feel like Gemini, Aries, Taurus, they're more of the kids of the zodiac, right? I mean, Aries is the baby. I think Gemini is the kid though, right? And that makes sense because we're talking about the inner child. And yeah, you have the golden children. Yeah. Yeah, I think that there's something that I think you want to put into action. There's something that you feel maybe very strongly guided towards. And I think there's this duality within you and it scares you, right? You know how Gemini is the twins? So it feels like there's a part of you that's not being satisfied where you are right now. There's a part of you that's not being fulfilled. There's a part of you, and that part of you scares you, right? Because, it's kind of a side of you that you rather put away than to actually reveal. And I'm not really talking about ego or shadow. I feel like I'm just talking about this other side of you, right? That I feel like you don't express enough, right? And you didn't get that encouragement maybe as a child as well to really go for the things that, you know, to unleash that side. It kind of feels like, you know, when you're the oldest kid in the family and you have all these responsibilities to do, and, you know, you're expected to kind of be the example. So you're not really able to explore all the things that you would have wanted to explore in your life. And that's what this is telling you. I think pile number one, I think they want you to know that you're meant to explore that other side that you have. You're meant to embrace the duality within and not hide it. And you're a complex person, you know what I mean? You're not meant to kind of be one-dimensional, you know what I mean? You're not meant to just do one thing and that's what you do your whole life again, and that's it for you, right? I feel this has a lot to do with career. I also feel that this has a lot to do with just the things you do every day. I think that you chain yourself, you know, you chain yourself up, you put yourself in a box, and they don't want you to do that anymore. They want you to be free and, again, to embrace the inner child. And maybe for some of you, again, you never got to really explore that part of you, and I feel like now is the push to do that. Even with here, the golden children, inner child, tenderness, innocence, rare gifts. Exactly, you have a rare gift. You have something that you're meant to kind of be expressing in this reality, and I don't even know if you've tapped into it yet. And that's why I keep saying they want to bring you somewhere new, because, again, I just don't know what you're doing right now, but I feel like they're not mad or anything. They just feel that you have all this potential that you haven't even tapped into. So it's more about how can we show you this? And maybe you've been getting many signs, right? I feel for a lot of you this could be career, but again, this could just be a person too, you know, a person that you think about a lot, and you think that you can never kind of be with this person because that's not, you know, that's not appropriate. And you know what I mean? It sounds like this reading it's all the constraints that people have been putting on you in your life. And I think it's time to kind of not think about that anymore. You know what I mean? It's time to kind of let that go. Because again, a kid doesn't think about anything, right? They don't think about all these restrictions and constraints, and, you know, they don't put themselves in a box. Everything is available. Everything is possible, right? And I think this is for some of you guys. I feel like this pile might not know even what like empathic means, or they never considered themselves truly empathic. Like, or maybe you have, and this is confirmation for you, but I feel like for some of you, you don't. And I think like you don't know that you are an empath. And what you have to realize about empaths is that your energy can be, it's very hard to be in a group environment if you're an empath, right? It's very hard to be in a crowd, right? Like, you absorb energy from everyone, right? If you're not careful. And there's certain practices that you can do to kind of protect your own energy and make sure it's your energy and not someone else's. But I think, again, I think that's for some of you, but I think the main message again is that you never absorbed what was truly yours. Right? It's like you're absorbing what's not yours. You took what others kind of wanted for you in your life, and you did everything to the T, and now you find yourself a little bit, I don't even want to say you're unhappy. I don't think you're unhappy. I think that you always have this idea of like, what if this could be like that? And, you know, what if my life could take me there? And you daydream a little bit, you know? But you think in your head, like, I can never really do that, right? Again, there's so much thinking and not enough exploring, feeling, anything but thinking, you know what I mean? Going to just do it, you know what I mean? Not thinking about it anymore and just going. So yeah, pile number one, that's what I'm getting. Let's pull some more cards on this. So what's crazy here is, well, again, you could be a Gemini, you could be a Capricorn, you could be a Leo. But I think the advice here is to be, you see how we have this Page of Wands energy and the strength, right? This is the energy that you need to be in with this Page of Wands. Someone who is ready to explore, someone who's ready to take on new opportunities in different directions. Again, the belief and the confidence in yourself that maybe you're not at that level in something that you really enjoy, right? Let's say you're, again, you're a page, you're not an expert at something, but you really are interested and passionate about something like that. You haven't put any time or energy, you put a lot of energy thinking about it, but you haven't put any time in getting, accredited, or do you get what I'm saying? And I think that's something that worries you, but at the same time, that's the only way that you're going to kind of get to where you need to be, is by taking that leap, right? And the Page of Wands, you could say he's a little naive because he sets off, full of energy and full of, again, the energy we're talking about, full of dreams, full of hope, and not really seeing how things might fail, you know what I mean? And things might not work out and things, again, but that's not the energy they're trying to push you into. They're trying to push you into this energy where anything's possible. If you just actually go and put energy into it. If you actually want to go do something, go do it. If you want to learn a new thing, a new career, anything that you want to learn that's new, they're telling you, like, this is the confirmation to go do it, right? And to have the strength to know that people might think you're crazy, right? And people might not understand that other side of you, but I think that other side of you is important in expressing. Again, there's this one side of you that I think you repress because you feel that people will judge you for being that person. But what you don't understand is that's a part of who you are. And the fact that you think that people might judge you for that is sad, because it speaks about the environment that you're in, and that you're not truly in an environment where you can really be yourself. You know what I mean? You can truly be yourself. If you could truly be yourself, then you would have nothing to fear, right? And then here's the chain, right? The chain. I was like, you're chaining yourself. Again, you could just have Capricorn in your chart. This is the Capricorn card. But what I'm really getting with this is, like, you bind yourself. You bind yourself by, not allowing that side of you to be expressed. And I don't think you'll ever be fulfilled in life unless you express that side of you, right? Show people that side of you. This is really going to weed out those people in your life too, who, let me tell you, when you set out and do something new, or you tell people, I want to take my life in a completely different direction, are you down to do this? Remember A Field of Dreams? That's what I'm getting, A Field of Dreams. Do you remember how the divine was like speaking? It's a baseball movie. It's about this guy who, they keep telling him to build a baseball field in his backyard. And he has to tell his wife that he's seeing someone, like he's seeing an angel. I forget, I haven't seen the movie in a long time. But he's getting helped, by the divine. But, he has to tell his wife and his kid, like, yeah, I'm seeing that. And, the whole town thinks he's like a crazy person. But he knows that he knows what he sees. And his wife is getting tested as well, and she trusts in him, and she tells everybody to basically fuck off, right? And that's the vibe I'm getting here. It's like you're being called to be true to who you are, because if you're not, this is gonna come up and bite you in the ass, right? With the 7 of Swords, this is you having to, let's just say you really, really enjoy, let's say your wife's vegan and you really enjoy meat, right? Instead of, like, this is a very simple example, but this can be in so many ways. Let's say you really, really like to eat meat, and you have to hide that part of you. Like, you can't go eat meat, and you tell her, like, maybe on a first date, you're like, yeah, no, I don't eat meat, but, like, that's a secret that you have to keep now because you said that wasn't who you were. Do you know what I'm saying? And you feel like you can't even be authentic to yourself because you're going to be judged. Again, it's a chain that you put yourself in. You can just be like, you know what, I just want to eat meat, and I don't really care. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I want. And please respect that. And that's it, right? That's kind of the vibe here. It's like, if you don't unchain yourself, you will live your life inauthentically, and you will always be sneaking around. You're not being authentic to yourself. So you're basically cheating yourself, right? You're cheating yourself out of the life that you deserve. And I don't see fulfillment in that way, right? So it kind of seems like right now you have the chance to break free from whatever bonds that bind you. Yeah. Whether it's in your career, whether it's in your family. Again, I got something about a partner here too, thinking about being with someone, but never really taking that chance on it because, again, it's like, what would people think and what are people going to say? And I feel like they might, make fun of me and talk about me. There's so much, there seems to be pride here. Yeah, Leo, pride. Like, there seems to be too much pride. And the thing is, like, you'll never be fulfilled in your life. Like, it's like you marry someone that you're supposed to marry, but not the person you want to marry, and you end up, cheating on your wife every month because you're not really in love with them. Do you know what I'm saying? How like this can lead, if you're not careful, to something not that great, to a life that you don't really deserve. You deserve to be fulfilled in this life and be authentic to who you are, and have this duality within you and express it. And not be afraid to. And again, you've absorbed too much from other people, right? You've absorbed too much. Again, you could be an empath. It could have been something when you were a child, right? We have 3 cards about children. We have the page and the page here, Page of Cups, Page of Wands. Yeah. Please, for pile number 1, go towards, what you want in this life. You're not going to get too many other opportunities. I mean, you have that opportunity every day, but I feel you're going to put yourself in a bad situation to the point where you can't really release yourself, right? Or you might end up doing something you regret because you're repressing a part of you. So that's what I'm trying to say. It just doesn't lead to fulfillment in any way, right? This other path that I feel like some of you are on. So yeah, pile number 1. I really believe in you guys. I know that you can do this. Don't think so much about it. You're going to be led to what's right for you by just following your passions. Again, the card was like, if you could be anything you wanted to be in this life, or you could be with whoever you wanted to be in this life, who would it be, or what would it be? And like, if you could live wherever you wanted to live in this life, where would you want to live? Again, these are like the simple questions that they want you to just ask yourself, right? And then see where that takes you. So pile number 1, I really hope this helps. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Hi, pile number 2. So you guys picked number 28, Gaia. The frequency of Gaia reminds us that we are infinitely connected to one another, just as we are to our great mother and to the universe that birthed us as well. I feel for this pile that you guys want to feel more connected. With this 10, right, the 28 making a 10, it signifies a completion and also a new beginning, right? And I think that you guys are ready to I think it's 2 things. Again, it's the connectedness within you that is wanting you to seek connection outside of yourself, right? So I feel for this pile, this has a lot to do with your soul family, your soul tribe, romantic partners, your family, right? This is about the connection that I feel like some of you guys are struggling to make it on the 3D because, again, it's been a struggle within to connect. So I think that it's been a struggle outside to connect. But I feel like now is the time to connect on the outside, right? With the, friends, neighbors, family, because I think that there has been some alignment within, right? And you have been really working hard on maybe approaching life in a different way, approaching things differently than you would have in the past. And that's led you to this whole, awakening where you have to do things differently. And again, you're starting to do things differently. So you have to learn new habits and form new, everything's kind of new right now and it's a little weird. But I think what's really good is that you made it to the end where you are able to kind of rely more on yourself And now is kind of the time for you to seek those connections in the 3D. So I feel right now, I think like, you know, I'm posting this December 2021. So I feel, you know, in the year to come, it's going to be a very heavy thing on connections, right? Relationships with others, right? Because you've completed this connection within. So now it's time to take that to the 3D. And I think that might be a little scary for some of you, but I think a lot of you guys, that's what you want. You want to feel connected to someone else, you know, not just, you know, a physical relationship, not just, you know, a boyfriend or a girlfriend. That's not what I'm saying. It's a deeper, you know, it's much deeper. It's, I want to have a job that expresses who I am and what my purpose is. Like, you know, what is my purpose here and what am I meant to be doing? You know, once that's a very important connection, because that's, you know, what motivates you to get out of bed if you don't really know who it is that you are, right? So this is like a big transformation for you, because now that you have that connection within, it's time to find that soul tribe. And that's what I'm getting. Like 2022 is going to be a really big year. You know, I wasn't putting time on this, but for you guys, I'm getting like 2022 is going to be a really big year on relationships for you guys. So let's see what else you got. Yeah, you have Aquarius. I know. Trust the timing and lifting the veil. Yeah, so for pile number 2, you guys have Aquarius, I know. And I think that, you know, Aquarius is all about the future, right? And they, you know, they're ruled by Uranus, and and Uranus is the planet of insight, right? So I think that you guys have put so much time into yourself, and now it's kind of, again, it's that mastery, right? You've had that mastery within, and now it's time to take it to the 3D. And I feel like the alliances that you have and like the friends that are around you, the family that are around you, are really going to help you in putting into action something important. It's like, it's not only that you're meant to have many relationships, but you're meant to do something with these relationships and these bonds that you form. So let's just say, like, you know, now that you know who you are and you've done this hard work, you really want to work in, I don't know, I was thinking like communications, I don't know why. And yeah, let's just say you wanted to work in something with communication, but like you find yourself not really knowing where to start. It's like you're going to meet people that know exactly what it is that you want, and you're going to meet people that are going to help you to accomplish this goal. And I feel like, again, this could be for the greater good, because we have Aquarius, who I feel like is the humanitarian. Like, they're always, you know, thinking outside the box on how they can like fix something or make it better, right? Like, that's an old way of doing things. Let's do things differently, because that makes no sense. Do you know what I'm saying? So that's also a thing here, because it's like people don't really understand that to have the connections in the 3D that we want, we have to be connected within. So I think, again, it's like you're ahead, right? And that makes sense because we have Aquarius here. So it's like you're already ahead of the game because you're already connected within. So now it's like, what are you going to do with that? You're going to do something for others, I feel, or you're going to do something for yourself. I mean, again, I feel like you really want to accomplish something. It's really hard for me to verbalize this reading. I feel like this Aquarius energy to me is so foreign, to be honest, and that's what's making me feel like you're going to do something that is not even been invented, is not been created. You're going to think of something. Again, maybe it's just a way to help people. Like, maybe you want to start a charity. Do you know what I'm saying? Maybe you want to start a company that just does things differently, you know, like thinking outside of the box on something. Like, I can't really verbalize it because I don't know what it is. You know what I mean? But I feel like because you have this connection within, you're going to make a lot of connections in 2022 that are going to help you with something new that you're going to think of, or something that you're passionate about. And it's something about community. So it's like, I don't feel like you're doing this alone. You know what I mean? I feel like this is like a project that many people are going to be on board with because it's such a great idea. Do you know what I'm saying? But it only came from doing this inner work inside. You know, like, you did this inner work, and now on the 3D, you're going to meet that work. I feel a lot about work, to be honest, but it doesn't necessarily have to be. It could also be in a relationship. Again, like, you want to move to a different country, do things differently than like your parents did them, right? So you just want to do everything differently. You're gonna meet someone who's like on the same page as you, who's like, oh, I don't agree with like this part of my family either. Let's just set off and do our own thing. Do you know what I'm saying? There's something here about being innovative. There's something here about doing something new, and it's only because you've ended the cycle of work within. So now it's okay. Now on the like everything in 2022 is going to be about, now what are you going to do with this? You know what I mean? You've already done this inner work. I feel like you've done shadow work. Again, I feel like you're ahead. You know what I mean? I feel like you're ahead. So now it's like, what are you going to do with all of that? With all that completion, with all those endings, right? You have to start some new things, and this is all about connections now. You know, you might find that you're gearing towards working with others a lot more than you were in the past. That's good. Like that's the whole thing. That's the whole point of this reading. It's that you're looking for that soul tribe, and I feel like in 2022 you're going to find it, and it has something to do with possibly your work. And with trust the timing and lifting the veil. Yeah, I feel like there's going to be something that you do that's going to help others with lifting the veil, like questioning everything, anything unaligned must go. Exactly. Like you're not going to do things an old way just because that's the way it was always done. You're going to do things. Again, it's like everyone's going to tell you, no, that's the right way to do it. But you're like, no, there's a better way, right? I feel a lot of like conservation, environmental stuff, you know, just everything new, right? Everything fresh, again, and kind of uncovering all the old and showing people how dumb and like useless an old way of doing things is, right? Or like, oh, that's the way people always did it. Well, that doesn't make any sense. You know what I mean? There's a lot of good that you're going to do. And I'm telling you, maybe some of you guys are very introverted and you don't really feel like people, you can connect easily to people. That's what I'm kind of getting to. It's like I work better alone, or, you know, the ideas to me come alone, but I feel like you're going to find some sort of partnership, I'm telling you. And it may not necessarily be in December, but just know that right now you have done the work and it has really prepared you for the next chapter in your life. And the next chapter in your life, like even this, I know who I am, right? I know I trust myself now, right? Now that you can trust yourself, you're like unstoppable. You know what I mean? Because people who are still doing inner work, you know, there's this failure sometimes to check ourselves, right? Like we're still working towards this and we're working towards that inside. So it's really hard to, you know, work in the 3D because there's so many distractions. Like it just feels like a mess but like that's not what this energy feels like. It seems like you're very clear and you're just looking for those relationships now that are going to like foster the new life that you want. And again, there's something about timing. Trust the timing. For some of you guys, you might feel like it's too late, again, for an idea that you have or a relationship that you want. Maybe you're a little older. Again, we have Aquarius, so it's like, you know, maybe you're at an age where you feel like you can't meet somebody because, you know, people don't meet anyone at my age. You know, you're feeling like time is not on your side, and they're saying to trust the timing. So that's for some of you, like trust the timing in your life. Trust like when these relationships are coming. Trust that you've done all the work that you were supposed to do. You know, like you have done so much work, you've connected within. Now those relationships that you have been seeking your entire life are coming. Trust the timing. You know, don't worry about what age you are. Trust the timing. I feel like some of you guys are worried about age, and don't worry. What's that thing? It's like wine. It's like better with age or some shit. Like, yeah, like trust that this is the time, right? That was meant for your soul. And again, you've already, I feel like, released everything unaligned. And for those of you who are choosing a career or choosing a partner, you guys are going to do things differently. You're not doing anything the way that you were kind of taught to do it. You're doing things out of the box. You're doing things like very, very different, and it's okay. Like, and I think you know that. Again, I know. Yeah, you know. Let's get deeper into this. So, pile number 2, I feel that you're now sitting in this Empress energy. You could be a masculine and an Emperor, but this is the energy that you're ending this cycle in, you know? And again, it's more about the inner work that you've done. That's what they want to talk about right now. They're saying that you've done so much inner work that it's like in the past you weren't able to trust yourself. You were very like anxious. You were very unstable at times, right? And that led you to being, again, it's like it was very hard for you to form a connection with someone because you were in the state where I feel like a frantic energy. I feel a sad energy. I feel, again, very, very unstable. And I think that it took a lot of time for you to kind of balance this out. And I think that you have to like trust this timing. Again, now you're no longer going to be able to be thrown out of whack. You know what I mean? You're no longer going to be able to, like, you can't be thrown off. You know what I mean? You should just enjoy the fact that you have reached a point where you're at such a stable level within that, you know, that's what this cycle is about. That's what this 10 is about. That's what this closing out is about, and this new beginning. Trust the timing that this happened in. Again, I feel like a lot of you are saying it took too long. I'm too old to do like this. I'm too old to, like, no. Trust the timing. You're sitting in Emperor, Empress energy. People work their whole life to get here, right? And it's, again, the ending of a cycle. But you're not going to need to really rely on others because you have, again, there's something so beautiful about the fact that you can trust yourself now. I don't know, like, what you used to do. I feel like a lot of self-sabotage back in the day. I feel a lot of, again, frantic energy. It kind of feels like static, you know, like you couldn't even sit with yourself for 2 seconds. Do you know what I'm saying? And it's like you've worked past that energy, and I think it did take a really long time, but you have to understand that it was your soul's timing, right? And now look at the energy and you're in. You can trust yourself through whatever happens, whatever comes. And that's why I think, like, the year coming, maybe even in December, the relationships you're looking for are looking for you too. You know what I mean? The year coming for you is going to be really beautiful because you're so aligned now that, and you can trust yourself. That's what I keep getting. You can trust yourself. You can trust yourself with yourself. You know what I mean? It's like you were your own worst enemy at one point, and now you're not anymore. So you can now work on what you were truly meant to be doing in your life. Again, I feel like a lot of you guys are going to think outside the box on how you can help others, right? It's about the experience you've been through, right? So Aquarius is one of the older signs in the zodiac, and they've been through a lot of shit, right? So they can help someone who might be out of balance. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, there's something that you're meant to do to help others with the knowledge that you have. And now that you're very stable, I feel like you can't really be triggered as easily. And it's in this work that I feel like a lot of you guys are going to meet that person that you're meant to be working with. It's like, again, you guys want to form these relationships now. I feel like somebody might be single, and it's like the time now because you can trust yourself. And it's like in this new work. Again, I don't even think you really see your value yet, but you will. The value that you have from experience, the value that you have from whatever this was, that, again, it's like you couldn't trust yourself, you self-sabotage. Again, a lot of painful shit here, but you understand that, and a lot of people don't. And you also have worked your way up to Empress mode, which a lot of people haven't. So you have this ability now to kind of help others to get to this level, right? To help the earth, whatever it is that you want to do, something very new, something innovative, something to help others, I feel. And yeah, you don't ever have to worry about yourself now. And I think that that's something that you should really feel happy about and proud of, and kind of embrace that energy, because it was not an easy thing to get to where you are right now. And you should just be very, very proud of who you are and how far you've come. And maybe others can't see that, but then that's the people that you need to get away from, right? That's not the people that are meant to be in your soul tribe. But yeah, it's like you uncovered something deep within that, again, it was just so hard to get to this point. I feel like it was so hard to get here, but now it's like a brand new beginning for you. And this brand new beginning is going to have so many people from your soul tribe in it, you know, or that person that you've been looking for. So yeah, pile number 2. I hope this helps you guys. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Hi, pile number 3. You guys picked passion, number 34. The frequency of passion reminds us that beneath every intense emotion lies the hidden gem of insight, balance, and calm. It assists us in finding the balance within this intensity, moving us from chaos to the calm of its core, where we can let its long-lasting wisdom fill us up. To be really honest, I really get a love vibe, right? With 7 and passion. I feel no other pile number 1 and pile number 2 was more, I mean, every pile has been very different, but I feel like pile number 3, this is more about romance. And maybe this is happening in December when I'm posting this, maybe this is something for the year to come, but I think that I'm just getting straight love. Like, there's something, I just get that the divine is kind of sending you passion. Maybe you already have a partner and there hasn't been too much passion in your life, right? Like, maybe you have a bunch of kids and there hasn't really been time for one another. I think like in December or, the year to come, you're going to be focusing much more on the passion that you have with another person. I really feel that this is, a love thing. So if you're not here for love, maybe check out pile number 1 and 2. But I think that for pile number 3, this is some sort of confirmation of love for you. So you guys also got communication. Yeah. The frequency of communication supports our ability to exchange information in many different forms. It reminds us to run every piece of information, both incoming and outgoing, through our heart, the center of our truth, to stay in the flow of source and balanced exchange. Yeah, I'm getting so much love. Like, I think the divine is really bringing you some sort of, I don't know why I heard compensation. That's not what it is, but it's some sort of, again, it could be communication from someone. Some sort of conversation is struck between you and someone else. Again, if you're already married or you're in a relationship, this is like the spark back in your relationship, right? This is very, very important, especially this passion. I think, again, they say, like, what does a relationship need? And I think I've heard older women, I'll just say older women say, that I know, like my grandma, she'll tell me, sometimes like there was no communication like between me and my person, but we still always had passion, like that's what kind of kept us going. And others will say, communication wasn't there and therefore there was no passion. So again, I feel like everybody's going to be in a different feeling of like what they need in their life. But I feel like for you guys, if you're already like in a relationship, this is kind of starting that relationship back up again, kind of building it, like affirming the foundation of it, right? To make sure that, again, I think you guys have a strong foundation and now it's just time to kind of level it up, right? Bring the passion back into your relationship, communicate maybe better, right, than you have been. And for a lot of you guys who are single, I feel like this is the divine kind of giving you this gift. Maybe you've been waiting a long time, maybe you've been single for many years, and you're kind of just waiting for someone to communicate with you, waiting for the passion in your life to come back, right? I'm getting love, like strictly love. So yeah, I feel like that's what's coming for you. That's and it's the divine bringing it to you, right? Passion. Number 34, 7. Yeah. And just say yes, yes. Soul family, calling your tribe. You do not have to do this alone. Yeah, even here, look at this card. It's kind of reminding me of the Lovers, right? The Lovers have, it's Gemini, it's duality. And again, I think that this person that's coming in is a part of your soul tribe. And I feel like they're coming in to communicate with you. They're coming in to be a part of your soul family. And with yes, I don't know who needs to hear yes. Maybe you're thinking of a specific person, but this could be confirmation that yes, it is this person. But I think it's also confirmation to me because I keep getting that this is love, and they're like, yes, it is love. Like, I'm not getting much anything else but love, passion, affirming, like, that relationship with someone, like sexually as well as in communication. How do you tell someone you love them? Do you only do it in actions or do you actually tell them? I think both are very important. You know what I mean? And I think that's what someone's going to be receiving. And if you're already in a relationship, then you have to understand who your partner is and kind of what, every partner is different. That's the funny thing. Like, everyone is 100% different. I would say if you guys have got this reading and you're already in a relationship, to take that 5, the languages of love quiz, because it's really going to tell you who your partner is. I mean, if you're married, you already know who your partner is, but maybe there's something in that quiz that can help you. I don't know why I'm getting that, but it's like, it's really important. Like, I think some partners, it's kind of like when I talked to both my grandmas, they're like, yeah, one of them really felt like communication was the most important thing. And I feel like my other grandma thought that passion was the most important thing. So again, you can just see like the perspectives that my two grandmas had. But I feel like one of my grandmas could not have, she could not have passion with someone without the communication. Whereas my other grandma didn't really talk a lot to my grandfather, but she was always like very passionate with him. So again, there's different languages of love. And I think like getting to know your partner is the first step. And I think like for those of you who are single, this is someone coming into your life. I think you've been waiting a really long time, to meet that person that's a part of your soul tribe. Again, I feel like someone here has been single for a very long time. And again, I think that someone has really been waiting for maybe a specific person. And I feel like this is the confirmation that yes, like it is that person. Or yes, maybe you think that it's an affirmation like, yes, this is your person, but maybe they're just bringing someone new and this is yes. You know what I mean? Like you're meant to say yes to this new person. Maybe you're not meant to hold, for everyone's different. But I feel like you're going to feel it immediately because I feel like what's coming in is the passion. Like I feel like there's going to be a strong physical attraction to somebody immediately. It could be someone new. It could be someone that you know. Again, for someone I'm getting like, yeah, it is someone that you know. But for others of you, I think this person might be a part of your soul family and you don't even know that. You know what I mean? It's crazy. Wow. Deep cellular healing. Arcturus energy, physical and emotional healing. Yes, this love is going to bring you guys. Even for people who are already married or couples, reigniting this flame, right? Figuring out like if your partner wants to talk, figuring things out and really communicating with one another is going to get you guys back on track. Like I feel like that's for somebody. Like it has, getting you guys back on track. Again, maybe you guys like started a family. Maybe one of you guys lost a job. There's been so much shit going on. So it's like, how connecting with your partner again is so important, especially in these times when, again, maybe this is already someone you're with and this is a partner that's someone that's a part of your soul family and, you have to take care of that person just as you would take care of yourself. So yeah, I feel like that's an important message for some of you guys. But yeah, with this yes, I just feel really positive energy. I feel, again, community, like another person. Maybe some of you guys are going to be making friends with others, but I really don't think that that's what this is. I'm getting 100% this is like romance, and I think that this is meant to bring some sort of healing. Again, healing to a relationship that already exists. Again, could be some sort of reconciliation, but this is going to heal you. This is going to bring you back to that point where you need to feel like yourself again. I think like we're not all meant to just, we're single for a really long time, and I feel like we ignore, parts of us when we're single versus when we're in a relationship because, again, and there's just parts of us that we have to ignore, especially like if you're newly, you've been married for a really long time, let's just say, and like, you're not the same as you were when you were younger. You're doing different things. You're more tired. Do you know what I'm saying? So everybody's going to be at a different level, like where this connects. But I feel like if what you need in your relationship right now is some sort of reignition, then that's what this is. And for those of you who are single, someone is coming in and they're meant to be a part of your soul family. You're meant to say yes to them, and it's meant to heal you. Like you've been waiting for this and it's meant to heal you. So this is such a cute reading. I don't know why I say cute, but I love this reading. Like it's just a very relaxing vibe, right? Like it's just meant to heal you in some sort of way. It's meant to just put you, like reset you, right? And with Virgo, I think, you see how this girl is like waiting there? Like that's supposed to be Virgo, but she's like waiting. I feel like someone, again, you've been waiting for this for a while. And even with Virgo, I think like maybe if this is someone who you're already partnered with, they could be a Virgo, or they could be someone who's very like anxious, someone who's very, they think a lot. They might be an overthinker, and you communicating with them or you just bringing passion back into this relationship is really gonna eliminate those worries. I'm telling you, like maybe they're worried right now that this relationship is suffering. Maybe like you don't even know that. You know what I mean? Like, oh my God, my partner is anxious over a relationship. And again, that's something that you don't know. So again, it's like about connecting with your partner again. And for others of you, I think you guys have just been waiting on the divine to provide you this person. And I think you've been trusting that they're going to bring you someone, you know, like you're just trusting, you're just waiting, you're vibing, you're trying to be confident and you're trying to be yourself. But at the same time, you're there waiting, like expecting something. And I think, again, some of you have gotten a little bit anxious and like worrying about when this will come in. And I feel like this is meant to ease your mind in a sense and know that, yes, it is coming in. Like, yes, you have not been forgotten about. And also with Virgo, you know, Virgo is mercurial and it has a lot to do with communication. So again, I think the first step, again, I know we got passion first, but I think communication for some of you, especially for some of you where this is a reconciliation, communication is the first thing, you know. Communication is the thing that is going to open the door, you know what I mean? And I think it's really important. Again, if this is a reconciliation, for some of you it is, you have to communicate. Like, it starts with communication, you know what I mean? And I think that's what's the hardest thing for someone, because this communication's out of 5, right? But then it's like, once you communicate, you get to the 9. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, it's like, it's just like that first text message or saying something very, very hard for someone to say maybe is just like the first step, but it gets much easier after that. So I feel like the best thing you can do right now is be very communicative about what you need. If you're getting into a new relationship, then that's also something that's very important, like telling them who you are and what you need and being like authentic to who it is that you are, especially if it's a reconciliation and you guys haven't seen each other for a while. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, I'm different now, you know, so you should get to know the new me. That's what it kind of feels like, you know, like, yeah, this is the new me. Like, I don't feel like anyone has been really stagnant. Everyone's been, especially if you're on my channel, like, I feel like you've been doing work. I listen to my comments and I read my comments and I'm like, damn, like my tribe is doing very well. You know what I mean? Like everyone's working really hard. So this is for some of you guys who have been waiting for that, and you will see it. Just don't worry about it. This is supposed to help you not worry. So don't worry more after this, please. Let's go more into this. Okay, so I'm getting 2 messages for, I feel like, people who are already in a relationship and for people who are not. For the people who are already in a relationship, I feel like what you have to understand is that I feel like some of you guys might just talk a lot but not really do anything, right? So you're talking a lot but you're not really saying anything, right? Like, you talk about like what you need to go buy today. You talk about like what I have to do for the day, but you're not having a conversation in terms of it being very meaningful for someone. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I can tell this person how I feel. You know what I mean? Make sure you're really, when I say communicating, I don't mean like what's the grocery list. You know what I mean? I mean like communicating on a level that really brings someone to feel fulfilled in their relationship. Like, oh, this is my friend, this is the person I chose, you know, because this person understands me. They want to get, you know, they want to know me, they want to know what's wrong, right? Like, you have to be that person in the relationship. Maybe both of you guys have been slacking, you know, it's for one of you, it's for some of you. And I think the message here is like, you can't act the way you did when you were single. Like, you're not single anymore, you know what I mean? Like, you have created a bond with someone, you've created, you know, you've decided to work on things with someone, and that's what I'm getting. It's like you're not single. You know, I think some of you are acting in a way where it's like you forget that the partner is there. You know, you forget their needs, and it's all about yourself. And I feel like at this time, this is a chance for you to recenter and find, again, a way to communicate with your partner and, you know, be passionate with them, because you have chosen each other. And I think that it's, you know, some of you guys might be married, and I think that, again, this isn't a crisis situation. It's just a chance for you guys to start again. You know, it's actually a really beautiful thing. It's a really beautiful new beginning for you guys. So take that energy and flow with it, right? They're giving you that energy to go with it. And it's like, for the people who are already in a relationship, it's like no more time to waste. You know what I mean? There's no more time to waste. It's the time for reciprocity from the both of you. The both of you have to like work on this. So again, I don't feel like it's necessarily only one of you. I feel like it's both of you who might have been, you know, you're not really being intimate anymore. You're not really caring. You're not really talking. Do you know what I'm saying? And it's time to reignite that flame and to remember what it is that you guys like really love about each other, you know, and like why you chose each other. And I think it's a really beautiful chance. So that's for the people who are in a relationship. And for the people who are not in a relationship, I feel like for those of you who there was an ending, right, with someone, and you want some sort of reconciliation with this person, I feel like this person and you, there was a reason why this ended. And I think the reason it ended was there was some sort of codependency, right? And it could be an addiction. It could have just been in like a codependent energy between the two of you, right? Which is what I'm really getting. I think that there was parts of you guys that, and it's interesting because Virgo's, in Virgo's 7th house is Pisces, which is their natural, you know, opposite, whatever. And that's what I'm getting. I feel like Pisces can be codependent at times, right? That's just their kind of way of loving. It's like to an extreme sometimes. And I feel like that's kind of how this relationship. And I feel like that's why there was this kind of separation between the two of you, because it was a little bit codependent, or someone did have some sort of addiction and it wasn't healthy. So, or maybe both of you guys. Again, I'm getting this like energy that it's both, right? That it's not one or the other, right? So if this is some sort of reconciliation, then it had to kind of happen because both of you had these habits that I feel only being single and alone could fix. And what's interesting is like, I think the person coming, for some of you, might not be the person you expect with the 9 of Pentacles in reverse. I think like you've been waiting on someone for a really long time and they're telling you like the wait might be over. But for others of you, it's maybe both of you set out in this energy together, and maybe you guys, maybe one of you did the work and one of you didn't. You know, maybe one of you was doing the work while you were single, you know, listening to spirit, trying to figure out what the hell you needed to do to fix your situation and yourself. And you did that work. And now you're ready for this relationship. For some of you, it might not be with the person you expect. It might not be. But with this Page of Swords, I want to clarify him a little bit. Hold on. What I'm really getting with this Page of Swords, like before I pull any more cards, is like it's kind of time to get out of that dream state. You see how there's like all these clouds in the background? I feel like someone has kind of just been and like not putting any action into anything, just kind of sitting by the wayside, like letting kind of life pass them by in a sense. And I feel now it's like the time for action, right? Now is the time again for these things to start manifesting, because someone is going to start putting in the work. That's what I'm getting, but let me clarify this. Yeah, so what I'm getting for a lot of you guys is this is not the person. This might not be the person that you think it is. Like, look at all these endings with the death of the world and then the wheel turning for you guys. It's crazy. You know, there might have been an ending to a situation with, you know, maybe you guys got out of this codependent relationship and you were single and you've always thought this person might make their way back, but they've never made their way back. And for some of you guys, they will not make their, like, they might not make their way back. You know what I mean? That's the ending. And I don't see justice here, but do you see how many major arcana are here? With the devil? I think by far, every reading has been very, very big energy. Like there's a lot going on, but you have the most major arcana, I think. And I think this is a major ending in your life and new beginning. And I think, again, it's a new beginning in love. It's a new beginning in... I feel like it's more about trust, right? Trusting that there will be resolutions in your life, and some of them you might not really be like looking forward to, right? I think like an ending with a person, this ending with this person could have been very dramatic. And again, maybe some of you still wait for them. And the answer for some of you is like, it might not, like I'm really getting now with all these three cards that it might not be this person. And for some of you, it might be because this person decided to go and do the work too, right? With the devil, they decided to also do the work. So it's like some of you guys have been doing the work and some of you guys haven't. And the partner that's being brought to you has done the work. So again, how do we know the person from the past did the work? We don't. Like, I mean, I'm not, I don't, like, who knows what their ex is really doing, or someone that they know from the past. Like, you can't really, again, maybe you are stalking this person, but I really feel that the person coming in knows what they're doing. Like, this person coming in is as equal to you. Like, they are at the same level as you. So if you know your ex hasn't done the work, or the person in the past has not done the work, this is not them. Because this person coming in, they're going to come in fast, but they're going to come in 100% sure, right? As opposed to this page who doesn't know what the hell they're doing. Do you know what I'm saying? They're still sitting there. They'll be sitting there tomorrow, the next day, and the next day, and years to come, they'll be sitting there. Someone might, pick them up and, help them out, but they seem to be in an energy where they just don't understand. I'm getting like literally like a little kid. Like, they need someone to hold their hand through everything. Like, they cannot get through it themselves, and they're still stuck there, and they will always be stuck there, and that's their burden, but not yours. You've literally moved on, and the person that you're about to connect with has also moved on, and look at them. They're literally about to be here. So this is like a soon energy. This is a right now energy. Look at this shit. It's like there's no more time to waste on this old person for some of you. Like, some of you guys have been spying on your ex. I know that. Or like somebody that you're close to, and you already know that this person's not meant for you, and you're meant to set out with someone new, because this person hasn't done the work. You know what I mean? This person. And for some of you, someone might be getting out of that like fantasy energy, and getting out of that energy, maybe if they were codependent, they're ending that. There's a resolution, and they're trying to kind of bring their own karma to an end so that they can have this new beginning with you. Everybody is going to be very different, but yeah, that's what I'm getting, pile number 3. So yeah, pile number 3, I hope this resonates. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.